Let us go to the next question. A 17-year-old girl presents to the emergency department with a stab wound to the abdomen in the anterior axillary line along the right costal margin. Let us go to the next question. A 17-year-old girl presents to the emergency department with a stab wound to the abdomen in the anterior axillary line along the right costal margin. BP is 80-50, pulse is 120, respiratory rate is 28. That means patient is again going into the state of hypovolemic shock. 2 large bore IV needles are done. A nasogastric and a Foley's catheter is inserted. BP rises to 90-60. That means patient is responding after 2 liters of ringer lactate. Now, appropriate management for the following. Try to understand this is a penetrating injury to the abdomen and hence this is unstable patient. I will only prefer to go for exploratory laparotomy. I'll tell you the approach for this question also. Now, whenever we talk about abdominal trauma, the concept is very simple and straightforward. You have to see what kind of injury it is, whether it is a blunt or whether it is a penetrating injury. Students, if it is a case of penetrating injury, the next very simple concept that we have to see whether the patient is stable or whether the patient is unstable. If the patient is unstable, the very next thing that we need to go for is the exploration. We don't waste time for anything. We go for exploratory laparotomy. Now, on the other hand, if we have a stable status of the patient, what to do? You'll go for a CCT. Remember, important things. Penetrating injury with any of them. What do you mean by any of them? Point number 1, evisceration, the viscera protruding out, the weapon in toto or weapon in situ, that is impaled object. That means someone stabbed and left the weapon there only. So impaled object, evisceration. What else is important? Evisceration, impaled object, bleeding via natural orifice. Now this is again very important, bleeding via natural orifice. Yeah, because someone has stabbed and the patient over the abdomen and patient is having bleeding PR. That means there's a breach of GI tract. That is why the blood is trickling down. So breach is very important. 4th is a patient with gunshot. In all these patients, you don't have to waste time for anything. You have to go for surgery irrespective of the status because time is more important than the scar. A negative laparotomy is justifiable if you have done with an intention to save the life of the patient. So irrespective of the status, you are going to go for surgery. Now, on the other hand, if you had a blunt trauma patient, what to do in this patient? Again, you need to check whether the patient is stable. If the patient is stable, go for a CCT. If the patient is unstable, now the next thing is you will go for EFAST. Remember, if EFAST is positive, you'll go for surgery. If EFAST is negative, you'll go for repeat EFAST. Remember, when you go for repeat EFAST, when is it done? This is done 30 to 45 minutes later. So this is done 30 to 45 minutes later. And remember, if this EFAST this time is positive, you go for surgery. Now remember, if EFAST after EFAST is negative, that means you are ruling out something from the retroperitoneal angle. So in this case, you are going to go now for serial PCV and hemoglobin monitoring. And remember, if you see a decreasing trend, if it is decreasing, that means that there is an ongoing bleed. And yes, if it is decreasing, you'll go for surgery. If it is not, then you will continue with the observation. This is the standard SOP of the management of abdominal trauma. So the answer for this is D.